Get ready to dig deep into our fascinating planet. The surface we walk on is actually an uneven landscape shaped by millions of years of natural forces. The layer of rock right beneath us, called the crust, is incredibly thick. So much so that scientists haven't found any hidden tunnels or gaps all the way through it yet. But believe it or not, there are some serious holes on our planet that reach jaw-dropping depths. Let's start this epic journey by counting down the 15 most mind-blowing holes on Earth. And number 15 is, the Kola superdeep borehole in Russia. In the 1960s and 70s, the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a high-stakes competition that captivated the world. While we remember the space and nuclear arms races, these two superpowers also engaged in a secret race like no other, a quest to dig deeper than ever before, straight to the Earth's core. The ultimate treasure hunt, digging to the center of our planet. Although reaching the core wasn't on the cards, this epic quest still pushed the boundaries of engineering and science. The Soviets took home the prize with their Kola super-deep borehole near Russia's border with Norway, becoming the deepest hole ever dug. Fast forward to today, and you'd be hard-pressed to spot the site. The top has been sealed up tight, but back in the day, it was a hotbed of mystery and intrigue. The adventure began in 1970 using a super-powerful Euromash 4E rig, specifically designed for this monumental task. After nearly 2 decades of drilling, they finally hit an incredible depth of 7.619 miles or 12.3 kilometers down, all from a tiny hole just 9 inches wide. But here's the thing, as they dug deeper, things started getting really weird. But here's where things took a wild turn. The extreme conditions made drilling a real challenge. The temperature was way hotter than scientists had predicted, causing equipment to sputter, and the immense pressure turned the rock into a gooey, melted plastic-like substance that was nearly impossible to drill through. And if that wasn't enough, strange sounds were picked up from the hole, even when the drill was idle. Talk about spooky. This sparked local legends of the hole reaching all the way down to the underworld. To this day, it's known as the Hell Hole. But let's switch gears and explore another mind-blowing natural wonder that'll make you go, whoa. Welcome to Darvaza gas crater, also called the Door to Hell, located a whopping 150 miles away from Turkmenistan's capital city. The Darvaza gas crater is an otherworldly spot that'll send chills down your spine. Imagine watching desert creatures creep closer to the eerie flames on certain days, and picture swarms of thousands of spiders being lured in by the mesmerizing fire. But this wasn't always a scene from a sci-fi movie. In 1971, Soviet geologists were on a mission to discover new oil fields in the area when they stumbled upon what they thought was the perfect spot. Little did they know, their drilling dreams would soon turn into a real-life nightmare. The geologists had no idea they'd tapped into a hidden pocket of natural gas. It collapsed under their equipment, forming a massive crater that's now spewing out huge amounts of gas. The surrounding wildlife was suffocating due to the toxic fumes, and in a last-ditch effort, the team tossed grenades into the pit to create an inferno, a process called flaring. They thought it'd burn out within weeks, but shockingly, over 5 decades later, this blaze is still raging on. Today, governments are working on plans to put out the flames for good and capture that valuable gas. But finding a safe way to do so has proven to be an ongoing challenge. Let's explore Xiaozhai Tiankeng, a jaw-dropping sinkhole in China's Chongqing municipality. This breathtaking natural wonder is part of the Shaanxi cluster and it's considered one of the world's most spectacular formations. Locals have treasured this heavenly pit for centuries, and now tourists flock to witness its grandeur. Spanning over 2,000 feet long and nearly 1,700 feet wide, Xiaozhai Tiankeng is an astonishing 2,100 feet deep. A true marvel of nature. It was carved out by an ancient underwater river that's been slowly dissolving the limestone bedrock for millions of years. The sinkhole boasts two incredible caverns stacked on top of each other, connected by an ever-widening chasm that will leave you speechless. Get ready for a real-life adventure. In China's Xiaozhai Tiankeng, nature unleashes its power during rainy season. A roaring waterfall floods the sinkhole, drawing in thousands of awestruck visitors every year. To ensure safety while still letting thrill seekers explore this natural wonder, authorities have built an incredible 2,800-step staircase that leads down into the sinkhole's lower level. Now, to put that into perspective, climbing these steps is like scaling about half the height of the iconic Empire State Building. Talk about a breathtaking challenge. Let's dive into an epic tale of mining and Mother Nature. In Butte, Montana, we have the massive Berkeley Pit, one of the largest man-made holes in the US. It's a whopping mile long, half a mile wide, and a staggering 1,700 feet deep. This open-pit mine was first opened in 1955 by the Anaconda Copper Mining Company and produced an impressive billion tons of material over its lifespan until it closed in 1982. Hidden within this giant hole were valuable treasures like copper, around 0.75% of what they dug up, as well as smaller amounts of silver, gold, and other metals. But after mining operations ceased, the real transformation began. Water started pouring in at a rapid rate of 12 feet per year, turning the Berkeley Pit into an enormous man-made lake. The Berkeley Pit has an eerie new life. Today, this colossal hole is filled with toxic water, approximately 900 feet deep. That's as acidic as lemon juice or even your stomach acid. This acidic water came from pyrite and sulfide minerals decaying within the pit walls, releasing deadly chemicals into the mix. This environmental disaster has already claimed hundreds of geese in the past. Remember the flock that tragically landed here in 1995? More recently, thousands of snow geese suffered a similar fate in 2016. But amidst this danger, there's also an opportunity for education and exploration. Visitors can now walk on a viewing platform above the pit, while below, efforts are underway to clean it up and discourage wildlife from making it their home. All part of the former mine turned into a unique museum space. Let's talk about how our cities deal with rain. A crucial part of urban planning. When rain falls on streets and buildings, it needs somewhere to go. But hard surfaces like roads and concrete don't let water seep into the ground naturally. That's why town planners have to create artificial drainage systems to handle all that excess water. One seriously impressive example is Tokyo's G, an enormous network designed to keep the city safe from flooding. Meet Tokyo's secret lifesaver, the Metropolitan Area Outer Discharge Channel, or Storm Drain Can for short. This massive project took an incredible 14 years to complete, from 1990 to 2006, and cost a whopping $1 billion. But trust us, it was worth every penny. It's made up of 4 miles of underground tunnels that go as deep as 165 feet below the city streets. The tunnel system funnels water into an enormous reservoir called Temple, measuring 580 by 250, 6 by 80 3 feet, and with some serious pumping power, they can move an astonishing 53,000 gallons of water per second. That's like filling an Olympic-sized swimming pool every 12 seconds. Initially, people were skeptical about the cost, thinking it'd only be used once in 200 years. But climate change has proven this storm drain to be a game changer. It's saved up to 97 subway stations from getting flooded during intense weather events, making life safer and more reliable for Tokyo's massive 14 million residents. Get ready for a blast from the past. Let's dive into the incredible story of the Kimberley Diamond Mine in South Africa, also known as the Big Hole. This mind-boggling excavation site started with a single diamond discovery back in 1871 on a farm owned by those legendary De Beers brothers. News spread like wildfire, and soon over 50,000 people joined the frenzy to dig up this precious gem. From 1871 to 1914, they manually dug the hole using nothing but picks and shovels. Talk about old-school labor. This massive endeavor ended up creating a staggering 42-acre sinkhole, measuring an astonishing 1,519 feet wide and 790 feet deep. The Big Hole was once one of the world's top diamond producers, leaving behind a legendary piece of history that still boggles our minds today. But here's an interesting twist. Despite its massive size, this site didn't just stop at digging. After raking in a staggering 13.6 million carats of diamonds, De Beers turned their attention to safer ventures, and by the early 1900s, the Kimberley Diamond Mine was partially filled with water, transforming it into a giant lake we see today. But the story didn't end there. Clever miners dug even deeper, creating new tunnels beneath the main pit, reaching depths of up to 3,600 feet. Can you believe that without today's advanced technology? It just goes to show how driven people were back then to strike it rich and change their lives forever. Now let's move on to another jaw-dropping wonder, the Devil's Sinkhole in Rock Springs, Texas. Get ready for an adventure. In Rock Springs, Texas, lies an incredible natural wonder called the Devil's Sinkhole, and it's a real showstopper. This gargantuan cave stretches 400 feet deep into the ground, formed thousands of years ago when a massive underground cavern collapsed under its own weight. What makes this place even more fascinating is that explorers have discovered ancient arrowheads and other artifacts, suggesting it held great spiritual significance for Native American communities. They believed these sinkholes connected to the gods' realm. Cowboys and cavers also used to seek refuge here, leaving their mark on the walls with graffiti. But today, the Devil's Sinkhole has become a haven for an astonishing 1-2 million Mexican free-tailed bats. Every evening, just as sunset approaches, hundreds of thousands of these tiny creatures emerge in a jaw-dropping spectacle. One of the most breathtaking natural displays you'll ever witness in the US. To protect their habitat and prevent disturbance, access to the sinkhole is now limited. However, guided flight tours are available for those eager to see this incredible phenomenon up close. Buckle up and let's explore one of the most epic mining sites on the planet. The Chuquicamata copper mine in Chile. This massive open-pit mine is a record breaker, having removed more material than any other mine globally. The fascinating history of this region dates back at least 1,500 years. But it wasn't until after the Chilean Civil War in 1882 that things really took off. Over the next decade, the mine expanded dramatically, and with the introduction of cutting-edge technology like flotation, smelting facilities, and massive copper refining factories do. By the 1970s, this powerhouse was producing a staggering 500,000 tons of copper per year. With no signs of slowing down, Chuquicamata continues to be at the forefront of copper mining, cementing its place as a true industrial giant. Let's dive into two mind-blowing mining sites. First up, the Chuquicamata copper mine in Chile, a colossal open-pit operation that's a staggering 2.7 miles long, 1.9 miles wide, and over 3,000 feet deep. What's even more impressive is that it's not just copper we're talking about here. This giant also produces a significant portion of the world's molybdenum, a versatile metal used in everything from medical equipment to pollution-reducing power plants. With decades of supplies still left and projections pointing towards it becoming the deepest open-cast mine ever, Chuquicamata is truly an industrial titan. Now, let's head to Russia and explore the Mirny mine, also known as the Mir Diamond Mine, located near the town of Mirny in Siberia's Sakha Republic. This remarkable open-pit diamond mine has been a game-changer for the region since it was discovered in 1955. Its enormous crater is over 1,700 feet deep and nearly 1 mile wide. Get ready for an epic tale from Russia's frozen tundra. In 1955, Soviet scientists discovered kimberlite, a volcanic rock with a special connection to diamonds, in the Sakha Republic. This led to the Mirny mine's development 2 years later. But working there was a real challenge due to the extreme winters and slushy summers. To overcome this, a processing plant was built 12 miles away on stable ground, limiting the mine's productivity. Despite these obstacles, by its peak, the mine was producing an astonishing 10 million carats of diamonds annually, with 1/5 being precious gem-quality stones. After decades of excavation, open-pit mining finally ceased in 2001 when costs outweighed profits, leaving behind a massive crater of 3,900 feet wide and 1,700 feet deep. Let's uncover a hidden gem from Egypt. The Qattara Depression has been quietly forming for thousands of years, swallowing up land over an enormous area of roughly 7,500 square miles, or that's almost as big as Lake Ontario. It's so vast, it's hard to even grasp its size when you're right in the middle. This natural wonder is a massive sinkhole that just keeps growing. And it's a true marvel of our planet's geological power. Get ready to dive into one of Africa's most incredible natural wonders. The Qattara Depression is an enormous sinkhole that plunges 436 feet below sea level, making it the second lowest point on the continent. Imagine a massive expanse of sand dunes, salt marshes, and shimmering salt pans stretching out as far as the eye can see. That's what you'd find at its floor. But this natural marvel didn't form overnight. It took thousands of years of salt weathering and relentless wind erosion to create such a spectacle. As we explore further, we'll discover how this gargantuan depression played a significant role in shaping recent history, from influencing World War II battles to potentially holding the secret to harnessing its depths for electricity. Fasten your seatbelts as we unveil an ambitious plan to unlock the Qattara Depression's untapped potential. The Qattara Depression project is set to revolutionize energy production with a groundbreaking hydroelectric plant. Here's how it'll work. A canal will be built from the Mediterranean Sea, bringing in water that will then flow through turbines, generating electricity. But that's not all. Due to scorching temperatures, this water will evaporate, creating a continuous cycle of replenishment and leaving behind valuable salt deposits. These can be extracted and turned into gold, literally. This innovative project has the potential to transform the region's energy landscape. Buckle up for an epic tale of drilling determination. Robert Hefner Arthur was on a mission to tap into Oklahoma's gas reserves at extreme depths, but with price caps limiting profits, digging deep just wasn't worth it, or so everyone thought. Undeterred, Hefner took the gamble of a lifetime and began drilling the Bertha Rogers gas well in 1972. This wasn't just any well. It'd become the deepest hole ever dug in the US. Using cutting-edge tech and an extra-wide pipe, they made steady progress at 60 feet per day. But what they found was unexpected liquid sulfur, not gas or oil. Temperatures soared to a scorching 475 degrees Fahrenheit, and pressures were insane. The journey down came to a halt at 31,441 feet. Today, you can still see the drilling rig where Hefner's team left off, a testament to their unwavering spirit of exploration. Get ready for an underground adventure. We've got tales of cave systems around the world, but there's one that takes the record books by storm: the Verovkina Cave in Georgia. Located in the Gagra mountain range at a whopping 7,500 feet above sea level. This mind-blowing cave system stretches a staggering 7,200 feet deep. What's even more jaw-dropping is that every time explorers gear up and venture inside, they discover new tunnels and secret spaces. It's like uncovering a treasure trove of underground wonders. To reach the depths, divers need specialized gear and camps to refuel, just like scaling a mountain. And here's the crazy part: traversing this cave system in one direction takes an epic 2 weeks. The Verovkina Cave is a real-life journey to the unknown, with its secrets waiting to be uncovered by brave explorers. Let's dive into some serious scientific digging. You might think that digging a 4-mile-long tunnel is crazy, but wait until you hear about the German Continental deep drilling program in Bavaria, Germany. This ambitious project, called the KTP borehole, aimed to break new ground in drilling tech and uncover the secrets of our planet's crust. Scientists wanted to see what lies deep beneath the Earth's surface, and this massive hole was their ticket to the unknown. It's not about striking gold or diamonds, it's all about understanding our planet's hidden world. With this incredible feat of engineering, we're one step closer to unraveling the mysteries that lie just below our feet. Get ready to be blown away by this incredible drilling feat. In 1987, scientists kicked off an ambitious project in Bavaria, Germany, the German Continental Deep Drilling Program. Over 7 years later, they reached a jaw-dropping depth of almost 29,859 feet, which is taller than Mount Everest. That's not all. As they dug deeper, they encountered a shocking surprise. Instead of solid rocks, they found their way blocked by sweltering temperatures and unexpected floods of gas and liquid. It was like nothing they had predicted. After this groundbreaking journey, the massive hole got repurposed to become an underground seismic lab. Researchers installed sensors that sent signals from down deep, allowing them to compare the Earth's movements with those on the surface. Talk about uncovering secrets beneath our feet. Next stop, meet Sarasarinama, the mountain shrouded in mystery and local legend. This stunning peak is situated on the border of Venezuela and Brazil, within the Bolivar state. Its name might sound eerie. It's derived from a tale that an evil spirit lived here, feasting on human flesh, which would produce a chilling sorry sound effect. But today, Sarasarinama has evolved into a geological hotspot, captivating scientists and explorers alike with its unique features. Imagine being one of the first explorers to lay eyes on Sarasarinama's flat top, 7,700-foot peak. A true marvel. This remote mountain, nicknamed the Tipui, is shrouded in dense forest and hidden 35 miles away from any road. It wasn't until a pilot spotted something unusual on the summit in 1961 that the world began to take notice. 13 years later, a daring research team was airlifted up to investigate, discovering not one but 4 massive sinkholes. The largest of these, Sima Humboldt, is an astonishing 1,155 feet wide and over 1,000 feet deep. Can you believe it? You won't believe the secrets Sarasarine's isolation has kept hidden. This mountain is a biodiversity hotspot with its own unique forest ecosystem at the base and animals that can't be found anywhere else on Earth. The sinkholes here are mind-blowing. Take Sima de la Lluvia, stretching an incredible 0.84 miles long and once home to the world's longest quartzite cave. By exploring this natural wonder, scientists finally uncovered what lies beneath a centuries-old subterranean river, quietly carving its way through rock and shaping the mountain from within. And guess what? This hidden force might have even inspired the local legend that started it all, spooky sounds in the night that sparked curiosity and fascination with this enigmatic Tipui. Get ready for a cosmic quest like no other. At the icy doorstep of Antarctica lies the IceCube Neutrino Observatory, a cutting-edge lab built into a frozen wonderland. This marvel is situated at the South Pole's Emerson Scott Station and features an impressive array of 60 sensor modules buried between 4,700 to 8,000 feet beneath the surface. These massive holes were carefully crafted using hot water drills over 179 million investment. Talk about making a chilly splash in science. The IceCube's mission: to track down neutrinos, ghostly particles notoriously tough to detect since they barely ever bump into other tiny travelers. Can this ice-bound lab crack the neutrino code and unlock secrets of our vast universe? But here's the kicker. These slippery neutrinos are like cosmic ninjas, zipping through Earth at trillions per second without a single interaction until they hit ice. And that's exactly what makes IceCube so groundbreaking. It's witnessed 28 extraterrestrial neutrinos in just 3 years of operation, leaving scientists beaming with pride. Since then, more discoveries have pointed to mind-blowing events, like the February 2021 tidal disruption event, where a star got torn apart by a supermassive black hole. The universe just keeps getting wilder, folks, and we can't wait to dive deeper into these cosmic mysteries together next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and binge watch our playlist for more thrills.